Alright, I'm back. Yeah, sorry about that. A small burp just forced its way out. Excuse me. uh, but, yeah, sorry about this last week because, I know I didn't upload anything. A lot of stuff happened, kinda injured my fingers, but they're already mostly healed, so don't worry about that too much. uh, and in addition to that, my computer freaked out and had to rebuild its database. So after all that talk about, like, freaking Squid Games and, A Quiet Place Day 1, yeah, that had to happen. So I haven't even checked up how the last video went. I'll probably do that after I finish recording this. But, I have to find tape, a cassette tape player, which I still have no idea where that is, where that would be hidden. It wasn't in the office, which is where I probably would have searched if I had found it somewhere else. Let's see. I don't think there was a cassette tape player in any of these rooms. Maybe I'm wrong. But I genuinely do not remember there being one in any of these rooms. Oh, wrong thing. No, that's not interactable. Plus, you can't even turn these on, so... whoop, I had my hand on WOAH, and that also controls the arrow. But, yeah. So... one of the things I want to talk about today, since I usually go on about random things here, is that apparently multiverses, if you don't know that, multiverses, like, finally did its full release, like, a couple months back. Well, nearly a year ago, actually. And, it's shutting down this year. Yeah, it's shutting down again. After some people probably even forgot it went back on the market. But, in all honesty, I feel like WB has been trying to kill their games this, like, past few years. Because games that by normal standards would have been massively popular, despite whether you like the franchises or not, I'm about to mention, games that should have been massively popular by standard definition have been dying out or holding just barely a steady enough player base to stay alive. Like, Mortal Kombat 1 is one of them. And I know there's probably going to be a lot of people who see this video and respond, but I love Mortal Kombat 1. The point isn't that I'm saying I hate the game or anything. I think it's fine, it's just... one of the things WB is doing that I feel kinda drags it down, along with, like, the Suicide Squad game that came out and, like, various other things, is that they put in cosmetics, which normally wouldn't be such a massive thing. A lot of game companies put in cosmetics for their games that you can buy with real money. But the problem with these cosmetics that I keep finding in a lot of games, like multiverses and to the same extent Mortal Kombat 1, is that they'll put out these cosmetics that are supposed to be minor things, whether you like the costume or not. Supposed to be a minor thing, and supposed to not cost a lot, so they can put out, like, say, 20 or so outfits for like $2, and before you know it, they've made like $40 off a couple sales, and like a bunch of people wanting to have, like, say, MK4 reptile outfit or whatever. But the biggest problem I see with WB's strategy with these like highly popular IPs is that they'll put out a game that's okay, maybe needs a few changes here or there, and then they'll put out like 5 to 10 costumes per month at like 25 to $30 a costume. And that's one of the biggest problems with it. It's cuz like even if you like the outfits, let's say you want like 4 or 5 of them, you're not going to be running to the store or pulling out the credit card to pay like 60 or close to like $200 for those freaking costumes, because Jesus, if you are, I feel like you need help. But most people aren't made of like that kind of money. They can't just throw away like $100 on a few costumes that they're maybe going to use for characters like once or twice, and then just potentially never even touch that character again. But I digress. Anyways, we found a cassette tape player, which kind of looks like a mini jukebox. So that's something. I'll get back on my point later, after I'm done reading the text that's obviously going to pop up here. Alright. Wow, that was surprisingly loud. There it is. I'm positive this is a radio cassette player. Wow. I wonder if it will work. Well, given the fact that a lot of old portable radios operated on one of two things, either big bulky batteries or a outlet connection, I'd say probably not. But since this is supernatural, there might be a way to get this thing to work. And just wait a minute. Yep, seems okay. Finally, we can listen to the contents of this cassette tape. There's something written on the side. I wonder what's recorded on here. It's tape that someone took the trouble to hide in that altar. Hopefully we can learn some more information about this hotel. I hope so too. Alright. Azusa, would you mind? I find it funny it's translated as would you mind, which, mind you, isn't exactly wrong, but what she said was essentially, Azusa, please? Like asking her to do it, essentially. Sure. I think if I do this, it should play. Let's do this. Okay, that's putting out a staticky noise, like electrostatic. So, then was the owner cursed and attacked by the things stalking the halls now? It's you. You did it. You killed her. Boss, calm down. Just put that down. Put that hatchet you have in your hands down, please. That's dangerous. It was you. You. So he was possessed? Or something? Oh. I was weirded out because, like, initially it was voiced and there wasn't any, like, actual voices coming through. They just really delayed the voices for some reason. You did it. You killed my daughter. It was him. He did it. He killed my daughter. You saw the bathroom, didn't you? This is all starting to click together now. I'm guessing the bathroom where we were strangled by the hair was where the daughter died, then? What are you saying? The one reflected in the mirror is you, boss. I'll call the ambulance right away, okay? Try to calm down. You. I'll never forgive you. Stop, please. Shut up. Just wait, my little girl. I'll kill all of the murderers who are responsible for your death. Boss? Boss? Okay, so that gave us nothing really. I mean, it gave us a slight insight of what happened here, but outside of that, it didn't really give us what we were looking for. It seems like that's the end. Yeah. What was that? Did someone die just then? How creepy. I wonder if it was for a snuff film or something. But why would they record the sound separately? Didn't he say something about his daughter being killed? He did. When you kill your child and then commit suicide, that's a forced double suicide, isn't it? And he mentioned a hatchet, didn't he? Could this have something to do with that mascot? And wasn't there a girl standing there when we just tried to enter room 204? Could the light we saw in room 204 earlier have been when she was... Which means we caught a glimpse of that girl just before she was killed? Just before that tape was recorded? What was she trying to tell us? You? Oh, it's nothing. For now, let's head to room 204 once more and see what's there. There might be a clue that we missed before. What is it? I can hear a rattling sound coming from the right speaker. Oh, hey, there's a windy key. or as this game is labeling it, a mainspring. But that's definitely a winding key. I'm gonna save before anything else. So, mind you, in case you noticed the change in my volume there, some people are working on the house next door, so I'm trying to. Whenever we get on the dark topics, I'm trying to be a bit more quiet so they don't hear anything and, well, don't freak out or anything. uh, yeah. Okay. Is 204 in the back or the front? Oh, okay, it's in the back. So I'm near it right now. But yeah, with all this, with WB, like running like 3 or 4 different games, and then having microtransactions that are really massive transactions, I feel like they're definitely trying to kill their IPs. Not intentionally. I think they just think that us as players are more than willing to just give up $30 on like each of the games of theirs we play, and them realizing that we aren't stupid enough to pay like $60 on every game or whatever. Surprised them. Oh, I pressed X instead of C. Was it here? Alright. I did it. I wonder what kind of song it is. Mainspring should... Yes. Now it should function properly. Now, I'm going to play it. Is it him? Get over here and listen to this music, you piggly wiggly looking son of a Who's that? What's that sound? I was right, it is the pigman. Oh, don't tell me this is a game over situation. No way. What are we supposed to do now? We've got to hide somewhere. Where can we hide? It already found us. Well, now it's cut off our exit, so... Stop. Go away. Oh no. No. Somebody help. Well, that's certainly a turn. Did we just beat the pigman? What was that just now? My mascot fell over and isn't moving anymore. Why are you crying? Huh? Were you scared? It's alright now. No, that's not it. I wonder if she saved us just now. That ghost. She was only a child, wasn't she? Yeah. Just before. Yeah. That mascot. I wonder if he's the hotel owner who's yelling on that recording. Maybe the sound of the music box made him remember something. That's possible. Even though those two were in the same place all this time. Perhaps they couldn't see each other. I hope their souls are able to reach the same place. Yeah. You know, when I was young, I lost my father and older sister to a forced double suicide. Well, that is a dark turn that I didn't expect from this game. Which says a lot because there's already so much dark stuff in this game. What? That's the first I've heard of that. Sorry, I'm fine. I was only 5 and my parents had already gotten a divorce, so I hardly have any memories of it. It's just that part of why I'm afraid of ghosts is actually because the exact day when my father and sister died, I was home alone. My mother was at work, and I was playing by myself when I noticed that there was a gap in the closet door. You'd be curious too, right? I went up to the door, and from the gap I saw a child's hand sticking out, beckoning me to come closer. Wondering what it was, I went closer and the hand grabbed me with an incredible strength. I was almost dragged into the closet. What's that? Hang on a sec, you guys. Sorry about that, like, the people next door working on the house have been playing music occasionally. Rather loudly, which it's over a speaker, so I'm sure the group wants to hear the songs, but sometimes it just makes me wonder if well, sometimes it basically makes me wonder if anyone's like here all of a sudden. Weird thing. Anyways, I'm sidetracking too much. What's that? Somehow, I shook it free. And then when I looked back at the closet, the door was closed. When I fearfully opened the door, the only thing there was my mother's clothes, all neatly lined up, same as always.